Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're gonna see how to install and run some basics with a BPY Python package for Blender, and we'll see how to use it from within Jupyter Notebook and not only within Blender GUI. So let's get started. Let's first create our folder. Tutorial. Let's enter this tutorial folder. So we have a clean space, and now let's install into our virtual environment. Python -m venv bpy. It is. Once we have it, we need to activate it. So source venv bin activate, and you can see it's activated over here. And now let's upgrade pip. So install upgrade pip. This will upgrade pips. Let's clear the screen and let's now install BPY package. BPY. It will take a couple of seconds to install, but when it's done, we will be able to import that in the Jupyter Notebook. Let's just first also install Jupyter Notebook. After that is done, we want to install our virtual environment as a kernel in Jupyter Notebook. So we can do it as follows. Let's make sure that iPython is used from the correct source. We'll use command where is iPython and which iPython. So you can see that here is the problem. The iPython path is selected based on Homebrew instead of based on our virtual environment. And if we see path, let's use a specific path to iPython, which will be venv bpy bin iPython kernel install --name venv bpy --user. This way we make sure that the correct iPython version is used. Okay, you can see that kernel is installed. Now let's check again. Jupyter, and we can see again that it defaults to the Homebrew path, which we don't want. So let's specify the exact path. Bin and Jupyter, and let's now run Notebook. We can see Jupyter Notebook homepage. We'll select New Notebook. Let's open it up. Let's select our kernel, venv bpy. Let's rename it to Blender bpy. And let's import bpy from here. Once we have the package imported, we can then see what's possible, or at least how to get started with that output. Let's define it as our path to the image that we're gonna save. Now let's specify, let's tell BPY that we want to use this path to save the file. We will use it by context scene render file path, and we'll set it to output. Now let's just render this by using operations models. Render, and let's add this parameter here. Let's see if we can render the default scene from Blender. You can see that the GPU is detected. There are 3 objects in the scene: cube, light, and camera, which are the default settings in Blender, and that our file is rendered and saved in output PNG. And indeed, if we go back here where our homepage of Jupyter Notebook is, we can see that we have output PNG created a while ago, 20 seconds or so. So now let's try to display that from within Jupyter Notebook. Let's do it by that. From iPython, import display, and display image output. And here it is, our very first cube rendered with BPY module from Blender. I hope you find it useful, and see you next time.